John, you ain't gonna hear me.
Inside I will.
Okay. All right, it's Andy and John here with Car Repairs Made Easy. Today we're working on a 2006 Chrysler 300, and we need to change the seal on the fuel pump, or the fuel pump assembly. In this particular car, it's underneath the rear seat cushion, which is on quite a few cars anymore these days. To get this one out, this rear seat cushion has to come up. You need to grab about 8 or 10 inches from the side of the seat and just pull straight up real hard. That'll pop this side off, and the same thing on the other side. And we just fish this out. Underneath this rubber mat here is the fuel pump, which is on this side. This one's been leaking fuel vapors and actual fuel when they fill it to the top. The customer kind of overfills it. It's underneath this rubber here.
We're doing that side though.
That's the fuel pump, right? This is the
transfer pump.
The transfer pump on this side. Just need to pull this up here. Get this out of the way. And then, let's see, did we bring a screwdriver? Okay, so we just grab our screwdriver and get underneath this plastic cover here, and there it is. This is actually the transfer pump.
You can see the stain where it's leaking.
This one transfers fuel through this hose to the other side where the actual pump is to get it up into the engine. Just because of the design of the engine, that's why it's like this. We need to remove the fuel line here. That's a blue plastic clip, which is going to be kind of tough because it's in a weird spot. So we're going to gently rotate it. We're going to use our screwdriver here to push the tabs in on the side, if you can see this. There's one. There it is. Once they come loose, the line should want to come off. Just gently pull it off, and that's out of the way. Now we have some fuel that's wanting to come back up just because of pressure. So we'll get rags and dry it up before we put this back together. Now what we need to do is take this ring off of here, this black ring. That's what locks and holds the pump assembly into the tank. We're just going to use a brass drift and a brass hammer, which will eliminate sparks. They do make special tools for this, but we don't have the actual wrench, but you can do it this way. Just give it a few taps. It's in there pretty tight, so it may take quite a few shots to get it off. Can't tell if it's coming loose. Let's see it moving. Alright, so what we're going to have to do now is we're going to try a screwdriver, flat bladed screwdriver, to get on the lip here. The bigger the better, but we're going to use what we have here right now. Okay, so now we grabbed a bigger screwdriver, hit it a few times. There's a notch here. We'll show you when we pull that out. Once you finish knocking it loose, it'll lift up a little bit. And this will just get it out of the way of these little tabs here, and this will come right up out. This is what I'm talking about here. If you could see it, there's that little raised section right there. There's some notches that are actually on the tank. You can see over here, and that's where it fits in. That's where it locks itself in. Okay, so now for this one, all we have to do is pull this up. We're just going to bring this up a little bit. Maybe wedged in there a little bit. You just gotta be gentle and patient, and things will work their way out of it. There we go. And then here's our gray O-ring. we're going to replace. I'm just going to get this loose.
Right back. Ready?
Okay, now that we've got get our O-ring loose, we just pull this up. This one we can just pull over the top of the sensor here. We don't need to pull this whole unit out of the tank to do this. If you can see down in here, there's a groove where the seal or the O-ring fits. You can see down in there.
Hang on a second. I freaking. Go ahead.
Okay, here's our new O-ring. This is the original one. It looks square, but this is a Chrysler replacement, so it'll work just fine. It's the same size. And what we're going to do is we're going to slide this. Oops. We're going to slide this back over the top of the sending unit here. Don't drop it in the tank. Then there's a groove here that this sets in, and you'll see it as soon as I get this one set in there. It just lays right in there. You can see that. It doesn't move. And we just gotta line this thing back up. See the big tab here? This goes to the front. Just pay attention to how you took it out, so you can put it back in the same way. It's spring loaded underneath, so it'll take some manipulating to get it in there straight. Just make sure it's flat when you put it back in. That's down in there. We'll just take our locking ring, get it started. Make sure it's started under each one of the locking tabs all the way around. And we'll just take our hammer and our screwdriver on these outside slots and just start tapping it in place until it locks in. We're getting closer. We can go here.
Almost. It moved.
We're almost there.
There we go.
There we go. And as you can see, the raised area is lined up with the raised area here. That tells you that it's locked in and it won't move. Should seal up nice. Now we just take our fuel line, put our retainer in the same position as the openings. Make sure it goes in straight. You'll hear audible click, loud click. That's it. We're going to soak up the rest of this gas. Put this cover down, and then we'll show you how the seat goes back on. Okay, we're good.
Right back.
Yep. Okay, now that we've got our cover back over the sending unit and our little insulator back over the sheet metal here underneath the seat, just lay our seat cushion back in. Make sure you get your seat belt buckles up and in these slots here. That's the guides. This one here. I'm going to go for that side. Get that in. Just push the back of it in, all the way in, and just push straight down. You hear it snap in. Maybe. There you go. And now we're all set. It may take 1 or 2 times turning the key on to get the fuel back up into the engine, but that's normal. So this is us at Car Repairs Made Easy, and that's how you replace the seal for a transfer pump, and it works the same for the main fuel pump on a 2006 Chrysler 300. Thanks for watching our videos. See you next time.